Okay, today is Saturday, September the 23rd, 2023. It's 6 p.m. Um, this is going to be a Bitcoin crypto analysis. I'm going to go ahead and include a few of my favorite alts, including SHIB and Spell, a couple of others. But I want to start off looking at probably what you guys would consider a strange place to start would be the US dollar index. The thing to remember is that the US dollar index is in reverse correlation with all risk assets. All cryptocurrencies, all stocks are risk assets, and they trade very much against the US dollar. When the US dollar is climbing, you will find correlation with risk assets going down. I've been watching this very closely for months, and one reason that I haven't been making any videos is because of this. Well, it's actually been this bull flag right here since October, following. I think that was near the end of the pandemic restrictions, where U.S. dollar began to fall from its previous high. I think this was. This was all just part of the situation where the U.S. government was printing currency, and this resulting crash, which I do not believe it's done. There's an old kind of like wives' tale or saying, wicks will be candlesticked, especially if they're red. And we're looking at the monthly, and I don't know if you guys were watching this little crash here, but this is not, if you're trading the US dollar, if you're holding cash and you're here, I mean, this is not a good sign. I wouldn't say this is a good time to sell at that moment, because obviously there was a very hard bounce. At this point, we time to actually switch to cash. This was back in July, whenever I sold the majority of my risk assets. It was because of this wick. You see a big wick like this, I mean, that usually means there's going to be a bounce. That is that is a huge wick looking on the monthly. And we got the bounce. But the thing about it is, remember, we're looking at the US dollar. We haven't gotten into the crypto side yet, and I will show you comparison between US dollar and Bitcoin, which we're going to focus a little bit more on Bitcoin and the US dollar index, which is this DXY. If you want to look at the symbol on trading views, DXY USD, what I see happening at this moment is the US dollar. Let me switch to a lower time frame here. The US dollar is really having trouble breaking this region of resistance. This is a range, so I do have my line here, but just keep in mind that this region is that this is actually it'd be more of a region than an actual exact dollar amount. It's a range. So you see it hit here, it hit here, it hit here, it hit here, and it hit here. And so my opinion is that the US dollar is going to crash off of this line at some point, and when it does, we're going to watch our crypto market pump. As you can see here, the US dollar this is how the US dollar has impacted Bitcoin. Let me switch that over to the weekly. Okay, so this is the middle of October. If you recall, this is the area where US dollar was basically going up. It was going up here, so of course the crypto market had crashed. US dollar goes up, risk assets go down. That's how it works. And then as soon as the US dollar index began to crash, risk assets began going up. The oddity is that right now, and I'm going to go ahead and switch back and forth between DXY and Bitcoin real quick. Let me go and move that up so it'll be easier for me to switch back and forth. Okay, so we have this, and indication of the US dollar is going up while Bitcoin is going down. However, oops, where am I? Okay, here we go. Okay, that was actually the wrong symbol. Apologies. Let me leave that up so I can see it easier. Alright, so do that over again. US dollar is going up. Bitcoin is basically flat. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong symbol earlier. GBP and US dollar, that's those, see how they trade against each other. They have negative correlation. US dollar and BTC also have negative correlation, but notice that on the weekly, Bitcoin is not moving, it's not going down when the US dollar is going up. Instead of Bitcoin going down, it's showing strength. It's showing strength on this level of support and this level of support. Keeping in mind this is a little head and shoulder patterns, inverse head and shoulder pattern. These are very significant signals of reversals, so this could be an indication of a downtrend. But my only point is that the US dollar is meeting a region of high resistance while Bitcoin is showing strength. This to me indicates that the US dollar is at some point going to crash off this level. And I will tell you this: if Bitcoin begins to rise, which I believe it's about to rise, I believe that people are going to be jumping out of cash at some point in the very near future. And when people begin to jump out of and dump cash and start picking up risk assets, those risk assets will pump simply because of the increased liquidity. That will, of course, lead to a situation similar to what we had. Well, I don't know if it'll be as astronomical as this, but all of these assets, which have SHIB, SPEL, XRP, XLM, Algo. This one is actually a currency. I'm going to move that down to my currency area here. All right, there we go. And then all these other assets will of course pump. So that's all I had for you guys. Let me know what you think. This is my first video in, wow, a long time. So apologies for the crudeness of the video, but let me know your thoughts, and everyone have a great weekend.